Hi, I'm back. And to continue our digitization of my beloved Nido Pocket Fairy Tales, our story for today is about the Emperor's New Clothes. Long time ago, there lived an emperor who was very vain. He did not care about inspecting his troops or ruling his empire. His days were spent trying on fancy clothes. He had an outfit for every hour of the day. Nothing much happened in the empire until one day, two suspicious-looking men arrived in the palace.
We must see the emperor in secret,
they said. The emperor received two strangers, not knowing that they were bad men, out to get rich at his expense. They told the emperor that they had discovered the secret to making a wonderful new cloth. According to them, this cloth was not only lovely, it was also magical. The two men said,
"To a wise and clever man like your majesty, the cloth is the finest that can ever be seen. But to a man who is stupid or unfit for his office, the cloth is completely invisible."
The foolish emperor believed this tall tale. He handed the strangers 2 bags of gold and said, "Start weaving at once." He thought, "Now I shall find out who of my ministers are fools." The 2 bad men set up the looms in the palace the very next day. Every day, they asked the emperor for another bag of gold as payment, and every night they pretended to work on their empty looms, pretending to weave the magic cloth that wasn't there. Word about the magic cloth spread throughout the empire. Everybody was eager to find out just how stupid their neighbor was. Several weeks later, the emperor, accompanied by his wise and honorable prime minister, visited the weavers to check on the cloth. The 2 bad men gladly displayed the magic cloth to the emperor and the prime minister. The prime minister was horrified because no matter how hard he tried, he could not see a thread of the so-called magic cloth. "I must be a complete fool," the prime minister thought, but not wishing to lose his job, he told the emperor, "It is the finest piece of cloth I've ever seen." The emperor was even more horrified. "Good gracious," he thought, "I can see anything. I must be a total fool." But since he did not want to be exposed as a bad emperor, he handed the men more gold and said, "Make me a suit at once. I must wear it at the parade tomorrow." The 2 bad men smiled at each other. They could hardly believe what a fool the emperor was. The next morning, the two proudly presented to the emperor the magic suit. Holding the imaginary coat and cape, they pretended to dress the emperor. Not wishing to look like a fool, the emperor pretended to put on the imaginary clothes. "The suit is splendid," the emperor said, pretending to admire the magic suit that he could not see. And so the emperor paraded through the streets without so much as a stitch on. Since nobody wanted to be exposed as a fool, everybody loudly admired the emperor's new clothes. That is, everybody but one little boy who saw the simple truth. "But he's got nothing on," yelled the little boy as he pointed at the naked emperor. Soon everybody realized that the little boy was right. The emperor realized this too, but bravely and rather foolishly went on with the parade. The story of the emperor's new clothes shows us that the more we try to make ourselves look good, the more we ended up looking like fools. It also teaches us that it is very important to be honest, especially to ourselves. Condensed from the original tale of Hans Christian Andersen.